She sells seashells by the seashore. It's a rhyme you might have heard before, but do you know the scientist who's thought to have inspired it? Her name was Mary Anning, and she was born in 1799 in Lyme Regis in England. As a child, she could be found collecting seashells and fossils with her father, who sold them to make extra money. But when Mary was 11, her father died, leaving the family in poverty. Mary and her brothers continued to collect shells and fossils, which they sold to collectors and scholars. One day, her brother found a fossilized skull he thought belonged to a crocodile, but he didn't have time to investigate. Mary did, and the 12-year-old carefully excavated the first known specimen of an ichthyosaur, a fish-like creature that lived in the Jurassic period. It was put on display and caused a big stir. Back then, the idea of an extinct animal was still controversial. Of course, Mary didn't get credit for the discovery, but geologists did start to visit Lyme Regis, and she learned all she could from them. She read books and even dissected creatures that washed up on the beach to learn about anatomy. And her fossil finds continued. She found the world's most complete skeleton of a plesiosaurus, and a few years later, a pterodactyl. Despite her lack of education, Mary became known as an expert in the new scientific field of paleontology. One of her most important discoveries was coprolites. Alongside her friend, geologist William Buckland, she figured out that these rocks were actually fossilized poos that contained evidence of their owners' last meals. Despite all of this, Mary remained poor. In 1945, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Her friends in the Royal Geological Society raised money to support her, and when she died, 2 years later, they donated a stained glass window made in her honour to her local church. Still, for many years, Mary Anning wasn't well known, except as the girl who sold seashells by the seashore. Today, she's seen as one of the most important paleontologists ever, and her lifelong quest for knowledge is an inspiration for those who search for answers in the world around them.